Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Extremely Casual Gamers podcast with Ellie, Chris, and Guy. This is a gaming podcast for the everyday gamer. And on today's potty, we're going to be talking about cutscenes you wish you could skip, but in real life.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously with cutscenes, you can, people who skip cutscenes for a game they've never played before are psychopaths. If you played the game before and you just want to get through, then I understand. But what are moments in life that you despise so much that you wish you could just press X to skip?
Love it. I also want to chat about a video game we'd make if it was going to be based on Aotearoa, New Zealand, our homeland. What would be the little mechanics that we might do, all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, there'll be some anecdotes, as always, personal anecdotes. And you'll notice Chris is not here to give me shit about the old anecdote.
Last week when it was just myself and Chris, not a single, the word anecdote I don't think came up once.
No, I don't think it did.
But we had them.
Yeah,
we
you did.
had anecdotes, but we just didn't say we had them.
No, it was very smooth, actually. I will say I was a bit worried about my anchor job being taken after last week's episode, but don't worry, guys, I am back from the toilet convention or whatever you said.
How was it? Yes, the toilet convention.
It was pretty shitty, am I right?
Hey.
And Chris is away. He is at an arsehole convention. No,
Chris couldn't be here this week. He is recording the pilot for a new TV show that he's doing. So Chris does his radio show. He also does another TV show, Game of Two Halves. That he does that goes live to air on Thursday nights, and then he's doing this documentary at the moment where he's filming the pilot for it today. It's a documentary where he goes around talking to people who have smaller body parts than other people, than the average person.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
Yeah, and they wanted Chris because of his obvious.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So he's going around talking to people who have small hands and small knees and small, and also like the
other things.
Small other things as well. So it's really cool that Chris gets to do that. And it's not, TV gigs don't come up that often here in New Zealand. So for Chris to land himself possibly a second one.
That's crazy.
It's really cool. So we're really proud of our Chris.
I thought that info was embargoed. I thought we weren't allowed to talk about what show
by
he was doing.
By the time this episode comes out,
No,
I'll roll the dice on that one.
Nah, yeah, it's fine. All right, well, first of all, should we just jump into some bloody listener feedback?
Let's do it.
Let's bloody do it. Firstly, I need to come in and apologise for, yet again, my pronunciation of things. So, Chris Serene, our buddy old Chris.
Chris Trucker?
Yep. So it turns out his last name is pronounced Sarayan. Sarayan, yeah, and we've been saying that wrong. So I just want to say sorry, Chris Sarayan, for saying your name wrong for so long.
Is it pronounced Chris Sarayan? That seems like that's wrong as well.
Well, I mean, you can ask Chris about that, but he has said that it's wrong. And then also I need to apologise personally to Kerry Maddock. One time I referred to Kerry as a she, but it turns out Kerry is a big bloke with a beard.
Yeah.
So I just want to say sorry for misgendering you there.
Understandable. Kerry is very well known as a female name.
But it's also both. I should not have assumed. I should have said they, it's safer just to say they.
I also think that people who listen to the podcast who hear their names pronounced incorrectly or they are misgendered, I think they should just pull their heads in. I think they should just, just shut up.
You come with that approach, yeah, okay.
I think also, if you expect to get your name read out properly, listen to a different podcast because we suck at it.
It ain't gonna happen.
We suck at it.
We do.
I mean, the only reason we get my name right is because it's pretty easy. Guy.
Yeah, it is pretty easy.
It's pretty standard.
Yeah, standard. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Also, Lawrence, you shared a funny anecdote, I might call it, in the old group there. He said, me and the wife had a very rare child-free night.
Are you sure it's a guy?
Oh my gosh, it's a great point. Hang on.
Is it Lawrence? Lawrence could be a girl.
Lauren. Okay, so there's a woman and a male in the profile pic. So which one's which?
Well, it could be the girl and the male could be a friend.
That's a bloody great point. Well, Lawrence, they have said that them and their wife had a very rare child-free night and thought this was the perfect time to make some more progress on It Takes Two. They haven't played it for around 4 months. Went to the effort of charging both remotes, which is, you got to remember to do that. That's really annoying when you go to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Downloaded any updates and got prepared. Great, because often you get there and it's like, you need to download this.
These guys sound like pros.
Yeah, they got it. Launched the game. We were both going down a red tube for about 20 seconds, then straight into a cutscene, and then the game was complete. So they'd almost finished it, and they didn't realise they were pretty much at the end.
Oh my God.
That's so great.
At least, two things to take away. One, you finished the game. Congratulations.
Well
That's
done.
awesome. You did it together. And two, at least you prepared for it.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And also, imagine if they went to play it, but they hadn't done the prep. There was an update. They had to charge the controller. They went through all of that hoopla for them to then only play 20 seconds.
That's very true.
At least they got it over and done with.
Exactly right. So they've just purchased Split Fiction. So that'll be the next one. And in our DLC this coming Monday, we're going to have Guy giving a little review, aren't we?
Guys, I am so in love with this game.
Yes!
It is such a... I'm not going to go too much in on it, but I'm so happy for this couple, Lawrence and their partner, because Split Fiction is fantastic.
Yes.
If you loved It Takes Two, it is leveled up so much more.
Do you reckon it's better? Like, are you enjoying it more?
Way more.
Really?
It's not just better in terms of like, this is one of my favorite cooperative games. This is one of my favorite games I've ever played.
Wow, that's a big call.
It's so cool.
Oh my gosh, okay, I'm really excited to hear about it. Thank you for listener feedback. You can always contribute in our Facebook page, Extremely Casual Group for Extremely Casual Gamers. Could you tell I nearly forgot the name?
Yes,
I hesitated on that.
Instantly could
yeah,
tell.
yeah, thank you. And we're on Instagram, Extremely Casual Gamers Podcast, if you want to message us as well. Guy, do you want to jump into some gaming news?
Well, before that, let's just have a little. You've been away for a week. How was the filming with Viva La Dirt League?
It was good.
Viva now is no longer just like a couple of videos that they shoot on the weekend. It's a whole production company. How was it? Was it busy?
It was busy. They're actually still filming this week, so they do about 3 weeks of 3 to 4 days. So I was just in last week, which is the Tech Town show in the red shirts that you may have seen.
So it's the board series, right?
Yeah. And they're actually, fun fact, it's now just called Tech Town. They're kind of like going away from the board name.
Oh, yeah.
Because most people don't actually refer to it as board anyway. They kind of always say the tech store.
It's a Viva La Dirt League. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Board was what they launched with when it was just Alan and Rowan. Yeah. And then, Okay, so that's actually that's a cool move. Tech Town.
Totally. Yeah, but they haven't really, it hasn't actually been officially announced or anything. They've kind of just changed it subtly. And
Naturally,
I think, they'll announce it eventually, but it's not really a big deal. It's more just like, it's the tech. It's the
People
tech
know
one.
what it is.
Exactly right. So I was doing that for 3 days, which was fun. I always love acting with them. It's really, really fun. Then I had my full-time job on top of that. So it was quite a big week, hence why I couldn't be at the podcast last week. And then I was actually sick for the last few days. So I've been off work this week. I'm all good now. But yeah, she's been a week. I probably got sick because of my big week last week. I'm actually thinking.
A bit run down.
I was a bit run down, yeah. But how are you going? Any news with you, mate?
Not a lot. It was my daughter's photos day.
Oh my gosh,
at Kenny today. I'll show you afterwards because obviously this is a visual medium and you can't take part in this, listener, but I've got photos and videos of my little girl sitting on a chair, smiling as the lady takes photos. She looks so beautiful and she looks so sweet and delicious. And I just want to put her in between 2 slices of bread and just eat her. She's so freaking delicious.
Oh, she's so cute.
Oh, yeah, it was amazing.
I'm
so happy because I knew Photos Day was happening, but I thought it was just going to be like at some stage and I was just going to drop her off and we'd see the photos. But I was like, as I dropped her off, like, go on and get your photos. Oh, you get to watch it. And I got to take photos and videos of her getting photos.
Oh, cute.
Oh, she's so freaking cute.
That is so sweet.
So yeah, that's about all that's going on in my life.
I can't wait to see
wife is 22 weeks pregnant. Baby's looking good.
Oh, yay. Oh my gosh, you're like, Meg probably feels like she's not. Yeah, I was going to say you're almost like getting there, but I was going to say that Meg's probably like,
no. We're in the second trimester, which is the golden trimester, where everything's a little bit nicer and you're not feeling the horribleness of first trimester, but you're not quite feeling that I'm so over this of third trimester.
Yeah.
Where they're big and they can't sleep on their backs
and
rolling over hurts and you need to pee all the time and your hormones are just everywhere. So like, get this damn thing out of me. She's not there yet.
Okay, so she's in a nice
My wife is a ray of sunshine.
Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. I also have a little something I've done over the sort of last couple of days. I've adopted a dog.
What?
I've adopted a dog. It's come out of nowhere. Yep.
Wait, when you say adopted, is it one of those like things where you've adopted it financially and it's actually it's someone else's house and you just like pay for its thing, or you've got a dog in your house?
There's a dog in my house.
What the hell? You've got like 2 cats.
Yep.
That doesn't matter.
There's a dog in my house. So basically, I wanted to chat to you guys on the mic because you've got a dog.
Yeah.
I've never owned a dog, and I thought you might be able to provide just a couple of little bits of advice of how to treat a dog. But long story short, her name is Ruby. She's a 5-year-old miniature schnauzer, so she's really cute.
Where did miniature schnauzer growing up?
Did you?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's perfect. You can tell me about them specifically.
Yeah.
Basically, Sam, my partner's sister, takes her dog Luna to a doggy daycare.
Yeah.
The doggy daycare people, they have this dog Ruby that they can't really look after because they've got so many other dogs to deal with. They've had her for a year, but she's quite a needy dog.
Yeah.
And they felt like they couldn't give her the love that she deserved. They weren't trying to actively rehome her, but they were like, if we found someone that like wanted
that was better, and
we'd give her up. And so it happened that Sam and I, a couple of weekends ago, we went down to Jess's house, that's her sister, and she had this dog there. And we were like, whose is this? She's like, oh, we're just trialing this dog. And me and Sam were like, okay, you're going to have 2 dogs. Okay, all right. And then I'm more of a cat person because I've grown up with them. And I love dogs, but I've never had a connection where I've gone, oh, I like that dog. But this one, I don't know. It was something I just felt this connection, and I felt this nurturing need to like look after her and save her. So Sam and I said to Jess, hey, if you don't actually take Ruby, I really love her, and I feel like this is my kind of dog because she's really small. She's kind of just like a cat. Like, she doesn't really...
Schnauzers are like cats.
Exactly. So I was like, that's my perfect dog. Anyway, long story short, they agreed that Jess couldn't take her and have 2 dogs. And they've also got a child who's quite loud and blah, blah, blah. So Sam and I literally yesterday went and picked up this dog, and we were fresh off the boat.
I'm so happy for you. That's so cool.
She's so cute. So we've been really good. We've got a whole bedroom dedicated to just the cats that only they can get into.
Yeah.
And we've got the dog in a separate room. So we're being very careful with how we're integrating them.
That's great, because we had a cat before we had a dog, and it's really important to let the cats know that their home is still their home, because that's, when things can start to go pear-shaped and the cats can run away and stuff like that. It's also about hierarchy as well, because even though most dogs are bigger than cats, if you establish early on that the cat's in charge in some way, in some capacity, the dog will always remember that. Our cat Plum was like 12 when we got our dog Nala, but Nala was a puppy. So Plum used to beat up Nala, smack her on the nose and stuff like that, which we encouraged. We'd like put him in a box and make him fight. But we needed to establish that hierarchy. So now Nala, who was a 25 kg pit bull, obviously could end my cat's life if she wanted to. But she's terrified of, like, if Nala wants to go down the steps on the deck into the garden to go for a wee, and Plum is sitting at the bottom of the steps, Nala just sits there and she's like, I can't get past her. And Plum knows this.
Oh my gosh.
So Plum will strategically put herself in positions where she knows she's going to upset the dog.
That is so funny.
Plum rules it.
Cats,
and Nala, who's some people would call an aggressive dog, who isn't.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, but she's just
terrified of her. I'm so excited that you got a dog. They're amazing. And I love that you said you've got that connection, because regardless of if they're big dog, small dog, whatever breed, how old, if you don't have dogs growing up, if you have that connection, it's a done deal.
Exactly. It just came over me. I've never felt so confident. And also the fact that she's already 5. So she's an adult. She doesn't need training. She's easy to handle. I know puppies can be quite hard, but it just felt right. So Sam and I technically we're still trialing her, but we can already tell over the last 24 to 48 hours that she is actually integrating quite well, we think. Yeah. So I'm thinking we're probably just going to keep her. But I'll let you know next week how we're going. Maybe a little term pear-shaped. But do you have any advice for me about dog ownership or mini schnauzer ownership?
I mean, to be fair, the schnauzer that we had growing up was when I was, from the age of 11 onwards. Oh, yeah. And then I left home. His name was Bertie.
Cute.
We didn't train him at all. He was a psycho.
Really?
He sucked in that regards. Like, if we took him to the beach and we took him off the lead, he was just gone.
Gone. Oh, wow.
Gone. You couldn't get him back.
Really?
He was pretty fast for a dog of his size. But no, dogs are fantastic. They're very simple as long as you feed them and you take them for a walk and you keep on top of their flea treatment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You learn more about dogs as you own them.
I'm sure, yeah.
And each dog is different. I could be giving you advice based on my experience with Nala, and
True.
Ruby could be much different.
True.
But they're just wonderful little companions. Yeah. They open up so many different doors. Like, obviously, you'll be taking Ruby for walks in areas that you didn't know and stuff like that.
Exactly.
No, I'm really excited. And also, it's really cool that you guys adopted.
Yeah, no,
obviously there's so many dogs that need to be adopted and rescued and stuff like that, but obviously Ruby needed a home and you guys gave her one. So that's really cool.
I knew you'd be happy for me.
Oh, no, I'm very happy for you.
I'm really excited.
It's so funny. You messaged me saying you want to talk about something because you've adopted something. And I was like, okay, well, it's not going to be a dog. My brain went, is it like a child in Africa? I was like, but no, that's not adopting, that's sponsoring. If she adopted a child in Africa, that would be weird. But like maybe Sam on one of his, World Vision trips, maybe he connected with a kid and he's brought it home.
Yep. You know what? I'll take it.
Yeah. Or maybe you've adopted some sort of annoying habit.
Yeah.
That's
probably
what
more
you've
likely
adopted.
That. Yeah. No, but it is a dog, and I'm quite shocked myself. I called my parents yesterday, and they were just like, they didn't believe it because they never would have thought that I'd own a dog so willingly this early in my life too.
Yeah.
But no, she's just perfect and I'm really excited. So share your doggy pics in the group. I'd love to see your dog and I'll share my dog. And I'm now a dog and cat person.
Oh my God, yes. Are you going to start your own Instagram for Ruby?
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hey, shall we do some gaming news?
Let's get into it.
Gaming news.
Gaming news.
Couple of real quick ones for gaming news today. Grand Theft Auto 6, of course, we know is coming out this year, although it hasn't been Well, it's confirmed it's coming out this year, but there's been speculation about whether or not it's going to get pushed back.
Yeah.
There was an announcement that something's happening on the 25th of March, and everybody was so excited because it's like, it's the second trailer. We've been given one trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yes.
And for a game that we're supposed to be getting this year, you know, the community's like,
what else you got?
Give us a little more.
Yeah.
Give us a little more because that first trailer you dropped was absolute fire.
It was.
And the Tom Petty song that was in the background went flying back into the charts again because it's an absolute banger.
Yeah.
But nothing. Yeah, it was just like an announcement. The announcement that they were having on 25th of March was for something to do with like Red Dead Redemption 2 online. Like it was nothing. And they're like, a lot of people, there's a lot of articles being like, the community's pissed and you have a right to be. It's like, well, not really. Like, guys, it's a trailer. We'll get it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason for you to be, you know, marching on Rockstar Games studios and, you know, with pitchforks and flames to be like, give us a second trailer.
Yeah, go on.
Guys, the game's going to be great. It's going to be flawless. If there are bugs, it'll get fixed. Like, it's not some indie title. It's not some game that, like, it's not like Assassin's Creed where, you know, they have the potential to be shit because it's Grand Theft Auto. They've been working on this shit for over 10 years. Just relax.
Exactly.
It'll happen.
It will happen.
You'll get your trailer. Pump the brakes. Damn.
Damn it.
The other thing as well is that last week, or the week before, you mentioned that Monolith Games is shut down, which is part of Warner Brothers.
Yes.
It was a gaming news thing. So there was an interview that came out with Laura Fryer, who used to be the vice president of Warner Brother Games. Mm-hmm. And she oversaw the publishers in Seattle, right? So she's recently done an interview, and Warner Brother Games are the ones that own the Nemesis system.
Yes,
right?
And they patented it.
They've patented it, right? Yeah. And you've not seen any of the other games apart from Shadow of Mordor and those two games. There was talk of it being done in the Wonder Woman game, which of course now is not going to happen. So everyone's like, what are you doing with the Nemesis system?
Yeah.
Well, we still don't know. But Laura, the reason that the Nemesis system was launched and created was to combat second-hand game purchasing, which is something I've never even thought of. Wait, what? All right, so I'm closing my laptop.
Yeah, explain to my dumb brain.
I buy a game. I buy Grand Theft Auto Vice City, right? Mm-hmm. So the developers make that money.
Yep.
We play the game. Lovely.
Beautiful.
I decide I'm done with that game. Mm-hmm. I go to a place like EB Games, right? Which is where you can buy games for, buy full, brand new games, or you can trade in games, right? I trade it in. I get some money, which they pay to me, but then they obviously, EB Games then sells it for more than what they paid for it. I'll get $40, they'll sell it for $70. They make $30.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Except for the people who make Vice City, because that's now two people who have bought the game technically, but Vice City, Rockstar have only made money from me. So that became a huge thing because buying secondhand games kind of was on the rise from like sort of the mid 2000s. And that's why there's so much development into the digital gaming sphere. Yes. That's why so many developers are like pro digital, because you can't resell it. The Nemesis system was developed because they're like, we can't stop people from selling the games and we can't stop EB Games from buying them. Mm-hmm. So what can we do? So it was all about trying to encourage people to hold on to their games as long as possible, which makes sense. I mean, this is just one way to do it.
Yeah.
So the Nemesis system, of course, is the system where, you fight against an enemy, and if you defeat them, then they'll go back and learn about how you play the games, and they'll come back. So it's a really cool system. So they developed it so that when you play a game, you can go, but if I play it again and play it differently, I'll get essentially a different experience. So that's why the Nemesis system was developed. And obviously, one thing you can do to combat people selling their games is to make good games.
That's a good point, isn't it?
Let me look at Chris, The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the most return on investment I think he's ever had.
Yeah, definitely.
He bought that game once, but he's played it like 6 times.
Yeah.
So the way that's happened is because the game is so good. It doesn't have the Nemesis system, but Chris loves it.
There you go. You just got to do a good game.
So the Nemesis system was developed as a way for people to hold on to their games.
Interesting.
Which is interesting because it makes sense.
Yeah.
However, they don't effing use it.
Yeah, I know. That's so frustrating.
Like, you can't sit there and say it was developed to make people play games longer. Then make good games and use the damn system.
Exactly. It's such a wasted system too. Yeah. The fact that it's patented is so annoying because it could be used in so many games and make the experience of gaming just so much better.
Hogwarts Legacy 2. Do it.
Come on.
It is right in front of you. I mean, it would have been cool to see how they integrate it in the Wonder Woman game because I don't really know how they would, but it just would have been interesting to have a game that's got it again.
Yeah.
So Warner Brothers, you own Hogwarts Legacy. You are doing the second one. Use the frickin' Nemesis system.
Amen, bro.
Yeah.
Amen. Hey, also, I'm not a Minecraft player. Are you a Minecraft player? Have you played it? Do you play it? Do you?
Look, there's a lot of Minecraft talk at the moment. It's been in all over. It's been advertised the badoogie out of it.
Yes, it has.
And it's made me go, should I just try it? Because every single time I see it, I don't get it.
Neither do I.
It's just people walking around with like
building
pickaxing bricks. Yeah. But the thing is, it's millions of people play it.
Massive. And there are people that play it. Like they are like in it.
So it's got to be good.
Yeah, it has to be. And there must be like, I think there's a lot of lore behind it if you're a big fan. I've got friends who play it and they're really into it and I just don't understand it.
I don't understand how you can be.
No.
But obviously that's because I haven't played it.
Yeah, exactly.
I could play and go, actually, I get the hype and I'm now obsessed with this game.
Totally. I apparently there's been a Minecraft update in the game.
Yeah.
And obviously I don't know much about it, but my one of my friends, she's a huge Minecraft fan. She was like, Ellie, you got to talk about this on your podcast. So I'm coming in with absolutely no knowledge on this. But if you're listening and you have more knowledge than us, update us. Is this a good bit of lore? Is this a new thing?
Yeah.
Basically,
Minecraft
news. Apparently, they've put a new mob called the dried ghast in, and this creature appears as a smaller, dehydrated version of the traditional ghast. So that's been a character in Minecraft for years, which is characterized by a sad expression. So it's always floating around really sad. Players can hydrate the dried ghast by bringing it into the overworld and exposing it to water, which transforms it into a baby ghast with a smiling face. Feeding the smiling ghast snowballs. It allows it to grow into a regular-sized ghast with smaller tentacles. Notably, players can then ride the smiling ghast with a special saddle. So it's like a new mechanic in the game.
Yeah.
Is that cool? If you're a Minecraft player and listening, is that like a big thing? Like, are we missing out?
I'm sure it is.
Are we missing something here?
I soaked it in until so it was a ghost with a sad face, and you give it water, and then I bailed.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Even I did. But apparently it's big news. So I just thought I'd mention it. And also based off the old Minecraft game, obviously the movie's coming out soon with Jack Black.
A Minecraft movie, yes.
That's the one. And a lot of it was filmed in New Zealand, and they've just updated a game with a little New Zealand-based area. Very, very cute. And so I thought today we could together, just two of us, if we were going to create a video game that's like based on New Zealand or New Zealand themed, what kind of things would we include in it? What would be in it?
Obviously when people think of New Zealand, if you're not from here, people instantly go to Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, right?
Yes, well I don't, but you do, yeah.
I do. I guess to be fair though, that has... it's not been associated with New Zealand for a long time. I mean, those movies came out almost... The Hobbit came out over 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings was released, the third one was released in 2003. It's 22 years old.
Whoa, that makes us so old.
However, if you go to Hobbiton, here in New Zealand, down in the middle of the North Island, that place is busy every damn day.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
I've never been there.
It's like there's buses that go in, out, in, out. That place will be printing money.
Wow.
So people still come to New Zealand to go to Hobbiton.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think it would be amiss to not make the game about Lord of the Rings and all that stuff, but to at least have some sort of mechanic.
Yeah.
I think if you were to do New Zealand, I know a huge part of the New Zealand culture is like pies.
Yes, I was going to say this.
So pies, meat pies here in New Zealand, we love them. There's one of the biggest nights of the year when everybody gets dressed up and there's a whole award ceremonies in the New Zealand Pie Awards.
It's we're cool.
People want to go to these events.
Yeah.
Tickets are hard to get.
Totally. Everyone, it's all over my social media every year. And I'm like, that looks really fun. And I've never been invited.
One year they did really cool gift bags for the people that attended. When you go to the Oscars and you get gift bag that's worth $200,000. This one's it wasn't quite that, but people would take home gift bags from the Pie Awards. So I think maybe as a mechanic in the game, if you're, let's say it's a third person, open world game and you're the player, as a way to heal.
Oh, eat a pie.
Smash your pie.
That's a cool idea. I like that.
And it's you could go in terms of tiers, you can have small heals and big heals. So a small heal could be sausage roll.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you need to quickly heal, sausage roll.
Yes.
And then you take on some big damage. Pie.
Big pie.
Oh,
yeah, big pie. I love that. I was also thinking you could have a little mechanic in it, kind of Overcooked, but it's a kitchen where you have to make all the pies for the restaurant that you might be running or something like that.
Yeah.
I thought a fun collecting-based game could be foraging for hangi ingredients and then making a hangi and feeding whatever your village or whoever you're hanging out with.
Yep.
There could be a quest that's just get through Auckland traffic as soon as possible. So just a kind of a race, but you got to
my brain went to like, what about some sort of like if there was a car racing game based in New Zealand, you could do like a drag on 90 Mile Beach.
Oh yeah,
that'd be a cool
fun.
one. But then like one of the races that you have to compete in is get from Auckland City Centre to Rainbow's End.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh,
on a Friday at 4:00.
Oh, yeah. If you don't know about Auckland and you're listening, the traffic here is really quite bad. The roads are just not built for the population.
No, the roads are the current situation. Like the roads are perfect in Auckland if it was 1999.
Yeah, exactly.
Where there's less people in cars.
Exactly.
But, we're not.
They haven't developed
traffic is a nightmare in Auckland.
It is. So definitely got to have a task like that. I also thought you could have something like running a sausage sizzle at Bunnings Warehouse because, I know that's probably more Australian, but it is kind of adopted by us as well.
It's definitely us.
We have a lot of sausage sizzles.
It's always basketball. Like that's what they're raising money for. You go to a sausage sizzle at Bunnings and there's the chalkboard that tells you how much it is, which is $2.50 a sausage, which is bullshit.
Wow, that's quite a lot now. The old inflation, hey?
It should be $2 maximum.
Yeah, wow.
That's bullshit. $2.50, come on now. You know what you're doing. But it's always, hey, we're raising money for a high school basketball trip to, and it's always somewhere like Taiwan.
Yeah, I know.
Why is it all, what is the high school Taiwanese basketball industry like? Is it massive? Because they're always raising money for kids to take basketball to Taiwan.
Yeah, that's interesting, eh?
Always.
That's such a good point. I really thought about it until you just said it. It's always something like that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
But you better give them $2.50, guy. They're a small
I
child.
never go to Bunnings, and if there's a sausage sizzle, I never not get one. I have to get one.
Yeah, no, they're bloody yummy.
It helps because I'll go with my daughter, and my daughter will be like, sausage, and she'll want one, but then she'll just like eat the sauce, so then I'll eat hers.
Perfect
So your boy's spent $5 and he gets 2 sausages. So
nice.
I'm fine.
Yeah, that's quite expensive for you there.
Yeah.
I thought I couldn't think of anything, but there has to be something in this game that's to do with like jandals. If you're listening, that's like a thong in Australia. What are they called? Flip-flops. That's what it's called. What could it be like a flip-flop throwing competition, or what else could you do? Maybe it's the footwear you start with, and then you have to try and upgrade because they're not very.
Your stamina will decrease. Like you won't be very good stamina for sprinting because it's impossible to run.
Exactly.
What about a mission where like you're chasing someone down, but you've got flip-flops on, and then you upgrade, and it's like stamina increased because your jandals break.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously you run faster in barefoot.
Yeah, and we quite like our bare feet here in New Zealand, actually.
Yeah, and we could do like there's like a quick mission where you've got to get from your car to the beach, to the water at the beach.
Oh, on the hot
black sand.
Yep,
like
love it.
Piha or Murawai or something like that, because it's a nightmare.
Black
sand when it's been hot.
Oh, I can feel it on my feet right now. Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
And I thought you could also have some sort of like orienteering or like adventure based task where you have to climb a mountain, because we're very much into our hiking and our mountains and our skiing. And
we've got so much touristy things. There's the luge, there's the zorb, there's bungee. Yeah. There's so many other things, jet boating, stuff like that. So
much fun.
A really cool game could be made out of just New Zealand.
I agree. So
we've got beautiful countryside.
We do. Like the optics could be lovely if you base the graphics on that.
We've got fantastic culture. We've got great food. Has this become an ad for Pure New Zealand?
Yeah.
Could be.
Could be.
Pure New Zealand.
Yeah, where you at, baby? Yeah.
If it's a game based in New Zealand, surely we could be an Easter egg.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We're a gaming podcast here in New Zealand.
Yes. Oh, yeah, no, that's it. You get to play as us, or we're just like little NPCs, and we all just say like one line that we'd always say. What would yours be?
Yours would be a fart noise. Yeah. Mine would be a swear word.
Yes.
And Chris would just be meh.
Oh, meh.
Guys, I can't.
If you have any ideas for what you would include in a New Zealand-based video game, or if you're from a different country and you were going to create a game based on where you live, let us know on the ECG for ECG Facebook group, because I feel like there should be more country-based games out there.
Oh, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Guy, you wanted to talk about cutscenes and skipping them in real life.
Obviously, cutscenes are a huge part of video games, and like I mentioned at the start of the episode, if you skip cutscenes, you're a psychopath.
Yeah, if you haven't played the game.
A friend of mine was playing Metal Gear Solid years ago. I never played with the games, but they have massive cutscenes, right?
Right.
It's one of those things where the cutscene could start in a stadium, and then by the end of it, you're in outer space. So if you skip the cutscene,
there's a lot of context
you're
missing.
That wasn't an example. I don't know anything about Metal Gear Solid, but
I know
that's the difference, right?
Yeah.
He would just skip. He's like, I don't care.
Oh, so he's not there for the lore.
Psychopathic behavior, right? So I thought, and to be fair, skipping cutscenes is actually a useful thing. if you've played the game before, if you are not interested, if you're in a rush, usually it's like you'll tap X and it'll come up saying like hold X, and then you hold, because you don't. Last thing you want to do is accidentally skip a cutscene by sitting on the controller and it skips the cutscene.
Yeah,
because that sucks.
Devastating. Yeah,
but I thought of real life scenarios where I wish I could skip it.
Yeah,
and just move on 30 seconds. And the top example I could think of was when you are sitting down and everybody sings you happy birthday.
Oh, great one.
What do you do?
Oh my gosh.
You know it's happening. It's your birthday. Your friends are around. You know the drill. You do it when it's someone else's birthday.
Yeah.
But what the hell do you do when everyone sings happy birthday to you?
No.
Do you sit there with your arms folded and smile? Do you get out your phone and film it and film everybody singing you? Dick move. Like, do you sit there like, what do you do with your hands? Do you clap?
Bro,
do you sing along?
Yeah, I have no answers for you, and I've taken 32 years to try and figure this out, and I still have not got the answer.
There is, I've never been able to do it.
Neither, it's so uncomfortable.
Like, if you sit there and smile and sort of like show too much appreciation, it makes it seem like as if you're loving it.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh yeah, pump the brakes, we're singing you a song. Right?
Yeah, no.
I wish happy birthday song was quicker.
Yeah, it is a bit long, a bit lengthy.
You know?
Yeah, a bit lengthy.
So, yeah, if there was a way to skip it.
Yeah.
So it technically has happened, but we just don't have to endure it.
Yeah, just go straight. Yeah, no,
I appreciate it.
Same.
But I would, if I was given the choice now, Guy, would you rather for the rest of your life just live normally or never have to have the happy birthday song sung to you?
Yeah.
Oh no, but it's different when you've got kids.
Yeah, true.
I would happy for my kids to sing me happy birthday, never adults.
No, fair enough, actually. That's the standard. It's
one of the main reasons why I don't care about celebrating my birthday with like, you know, my wife would be like, do you want to have like friends around? Do you want to like go to like a bar, you know, go to a restaurant, have a dinner with all your friends and family and stuff? I'm like, no, because then it's
opening that door for the old song.
Happy birthday.
What a trig.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a trig. No.
So if I could ever skip something, people singing happy birthday.
That's a banger.
Another one is, it might be a little bit different for girls because when you get your hair done, it's different. But whenever I get my hair cut, I'm a dude. It's very simple. Just make it shorter. I don't care about styles and all that stuff. I haven't had a haircut in like 3 months. Yeah. But after a guy gets his haircut, it's done. They brush off your shoulder, blow off the stuff with the thing, and then they pull out the
from
mirror.
Behind.
So for those people watching, I'm holding my laptop like it's the mirror. Let's say the microphone is my head, and they just do this.
Yeah. Oh. And then what do you say?
So they hold the mirror up so that you can see in the mirror in front of you what the back of your head looks like.
Yeah.
I don't see the back of my head ever. I don't give a shit what it looks like. So as long as the hair is shorter now than when it was when I sat down,
you're fine.
You don't need to show me.
Yeah.
But like, what do I do?
I know. It's thank you.
This is what happens. He shows it and I'm looking in the mirror and I go, cool. That's looks good. Thanks, mate. Yeah. Great. Even that was too much.
No,
it's the weirdest thing. And like, surely, I mean, as a barber, you've just got to make sure you've done your job.
Yeah.
But what happens if I go,
that's what I was going to say.
Too short.
Exactly. What do you do? Like, are you really opening us up for feedback right now? Or
the only thing I can think of is like, hey, it's not short enough. Can you take more off?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess that.
But
like, no, like guys don't really give two shits about the back of their head.
Interesting perspective. Yeah, they do the same with us when we have our haircut. Obviously, ours is a bit different because it can be like uneven maybe.
Well, obviously girls have short hair as well.
But yeah, exactly. But it does happen and I know what you mean. I always look at it and go, oh, thank you. But I'm never actually looking. I'm just like going, get through this, just say the right thing. And then I get home and go, oh my God, I hate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree with that one.
Maybe it's like with Uber, when you order an Uber and how sometimes you can say when you order like, would you like to chat with the driver? You know, like those things. Yes. Maybe when you book a haircut, like, would you like the barber to show you the back of your head for 5 seconds? No? Okay, cool. We won't put you through that.
I love that.
So that is a moment I would like to skip.
Fair enough.
I trust you. I can feel it. I can feel the back of my hair being shorter. Job done.
Boom.
Well done.
It. Yeah,
so
no, I agree.
Those are the two main things in life I wish I could skip.
Love it. You've just triggered me. The happy birthday thing triggered one in me when you are the moment. It's not a very long moment, but it's the moment that you're opening a present and you can, like, the person's watching you open it and they're just staring at you at like Christmas time. Bless. Love getting presents. I feel very privileged.
Appreciate it.
But that moment of going, okay, do the proper amount of reacting. Like, you smile now. Oh my God, thank you so much. I just hate that whole thing because genuinely, sometimes I obviously genuinely do love the gift, but I put so much much pressure on myself to give the right reaction
to
for
give
some
a
reason.
performance.
Yeah, it's so weird. And I just wish I could just skip that and go, yeah, thank you. Or like tell them I appreciate it without actually needing to tell them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
or
just
even
kind of
just
get
say
over
it without even emotion. Just look at them and be like, this is great.
This is great, thanks.
I really love this. You've done a good job. So now let's watch somebody else open presents.
Yeah, that bit. That's.
And then somebody comes out and goes, happy. But you're like, skip. No, I get that. Because it's that, it's the whole like, I don't want to oversell this. Like, what?
No, I know.
You got me this?
I know.
Because then you'll be like, they think I'm faking it. But then if you don't do enough.
Then they might be gutted with your reaction.
Totally. And like sometimes people's reactions on their faces aren't actually what's going on in their head. Like I could be watching a TV show that's hilarious and my face is just, but in my head, man, I'm having fun.
Yeah, cracking up.
So sometimes you can open a present and really love it. And you can be like, oh, this is so nice. And they'll go, he said it's nice.
He hates it.
He didn't, he hates it.
He hates it.
I knew I shouldn't have got him that flashlight.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry that was the example I went to.
that is great. You said flashlight, eh?
I said flashlight. Yeah,
torch.
one of those cool torches.
You love a torch. Yeah, love it.
Tell you what, I would love a torch as a present.
That's very dad of you, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're a dad now.
One of those big mag lights.
Yeah, my dad had one of those.
Have it by the bed.
To whack
Just
over
hear a noise. What's that?
Yep. That's literally that's my dad.
Yeah.
I had another one. This is kind of probably what everyone would agree with, I guess. But if you got a long car ride, when I was younger, I had to go. I drove to Napier a lot. My parents drove me to Napier a lot. My grandparents lived there. 6.5 to 7 hours as a child. That's a long time. I wish I could have skipped those. They were awful. Currently, as you all know, I'm leaving my job soon. So love my job, but I wish I could just
skip to your last day.
Just skip to the last bit. I've already resigned in my head. So
how many more weeks have you got?
It's about 2.5. So I am nearly there, but it's like that moment
Imagine
of
if you could press it now.
I know.
And you hit it, and then on the last day, like you this cutscene finishes and you sort of emerge into gameplay, but like half the team's gone.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what's happened in the last 2 weeks? Like the TV say a different show name. It's like, wait, did Joe and Ben and Megan, did they get fired?
Did
like,
they leave?
Yeah. So what is my last day? This is so psychotic.
Well, so I do like my job, and it's not that I really, really, really want to leave, but like honestly, if I could just skip through it, I'd probably do it.
Once you're in the checkout lounge, even if you love the job.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to go now.
Exactly. So that's what I want to do. And also I think another thing I want to skip in terms of a cutscene at the moment in my life is I just want to get through the bit of my 2 cats and my new dog Ruby. I just want to be at the part where like they all hang out, like kind of what your doggies are doing, our dog and cat are doing. I just want to kind of skip. We're putting a lot of work in, Sam and I, but it is a lot of work to really integrate them. I'd just like to just skip that and just see that they're all getting along. Yeah. It all went well. Ruby's still with us and the cats are happy and haven't run away.
I think it's with cats, you can't make them do anything.
No, you can't.
So as long as you make them comfortable and make them feel like as if nothing in their life has changed other than the fact that there's this dog here, but like nothing that they normally get isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
Then I'm sure they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think they will be. We have done a very careful job about it.
Yeah. Another thing I'd like to skip updates, like downloading things.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well, do you know what annoys me about WhatsApp?
Yeah.
I have it on my desktop and we use it quite often to communicate. Every time you need to update it, you can't just press update. You've got to go to the app store and like, it's kind of like on a phone.
Yeah.
And I just want there to be a button that just says update and just press it because I'd rather skip that. Also, they update it like once a week. So every time I open it, it's like, you want to update this, you got to go to the app store. Skip. Just give me the app as it is now.
Yeah.
I just need to message my friends. I don't see any changes happening. What are you doing?
There's so many times where I'll have an app that I barely use, but when I do need it, I need it then.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll open it and it'll go, oh, you need to update this before you can use it. I'm like, like the McDonald's app.
Yep.
You know, the off chance I go to McDonald's, he says. And they'll be like, hey, you're using the app today. I'm like, oh, let me quickly open it.
Oh,
and they're like, oh, you need to update it.
Oh, and you've got people in the drive-thru behind you.
He's like,
yuck, that would stress me out. Yuck.
So I'd love to skip that.
That's a good one. Let us know in the ECG for ECG Facebook group or on Instagram what you would like to skip in real life, a cutscene that you just like to skip through. Yeah. Get it over with.
If you say I'd like to skip this episode, that hurt our feelings.
But you know what?
I'd understand it. It'll be funny.
Fair enough.
I feel like the only person that might comment that is Chris because of your butthurt.
Yeah, he probably will actually. Yeah. What are you playing this week, Guy?
I'm playing Split Fiction.
Yeah, still on it. But you're nearly there, you think, hey?
I think I'm nearly there. I'm about 10 or 11 hours in. Any opportunity, my wife and I are playing it. There's a bunch of TV shows that we've just stopped watching because we're dedicating our days.
Wow.
You know, when Daisy goes to sleep, we're playing Split Fiction. Even a little bit during the day when Meg's home.
Oh, no. Oh, we really are squeezing it in.
Yeah, we'll squeeze in half an hour of Split Fiction. It is so much fun.
Nice.
DLC that we're recording after this, it's coming out on Monday. I'm going to talk about it more in depth because the game's been out for like 3 weeks now.
It has.
I need to give this review.
Yeah, and I need to hear more about it so that I'm more motivated to not take 7 or 8 months to finish this one.
Of course.
Yeah, I need to.
I'll be discussing in the DLC about my theories and my predictions about how you're going to go with the game.
Oh, okay, fun. Yeah, I'm keen to hear about this. Yeah.
What are you playing?
Look.
You are banned from following up that question with, look. No longer. Change it. You can still say the same, but just say it differently.
Oh, what am I playing? What have I played recently? No. I was going to say look again. I haven't played anything in the last 2 weeks, to be fair. Since I have been busy. Yeah, no, I've got nothing to contribute once again to this gaming podcast that I do every week.
Yeah.
So I probably need to be fired. Cousin Beck, where are you? We need you. The boys need you.
Okay, how about instead of what have you been playing this week?
Yeah.
What do you want to play? What's come across your Instagram or TikTok feed and go,
I definitely want to play Split Fiction, but I'm waiting. Sam hasn't gone away yet, but he's kind of on this weird call, like on call. So we don't want to start it until we know we're both here because we really want to get into it. So I do really want to play that. So I'm looking forward to your review. I do genuinely want to keep playing Hogwarts Legacy. I just haven't turned it on for like 4 weeks.
What's stopping you? Is it just because you're too tired?
Do you know what? I think it's task initiation in a way. It's like for me, even though it's really fun, I like know that I'm going to have to, this sounds silly, but like turn the PlayStation on, get my head back in that world. And when I've been quite busy again, it feels like I don't have the mental capacity to like embrace it right now, if that makes sense. When I leave my full-time job, I pledge allegiance, I will be playing more games.
I think in order for you to get back into that game, you need to stop playing it and play something else. Even if it's just a game that you've played before.
You're probably right.
Just to get back into the concept of playing a game.
Even
just play Detroit Become Human.
I do love that game.
Play Trackmania. Be like, that's right. I love playing video games.
I love games.
You know?
Yeah, no, it's a good point. You've made a good point.
Because Hogwarts Legacy isn't like a quick pickup. Like it's pretty in-depth. It's an open world game. There's so many things you can do. If it was a more of a linear game where it's like, I know what I'm supposed to do next. Yeah. The game's telling me where to go.
Totally.
It might be easier to get back into it. But with open world games, it's just like,
yeah, it's so much info, eh? Maybe that's my issue.
Yeah, I downloaded Assassin's Creed Valhalla because it was on the PlayStation Network, and I thought this will be my last chance. This is the last time I'm giving a Assassin's Creed game a go. Yeah, because I've tried a few and I've just never got into it. Yeah. I thought this will be the one. Downloaded it about 3 weeks ago, have not pulled the trigger on it, and I just thought, I'm not going to. So I deleted it the other day. Oh, you did? I downloaded a game and like, you know how bad I am where I'll play for like 15 minutes and delete it? I didn't even open it once.
What? That's a new record for you.
That's a new record for me. I downloaded a game and then deleted it.
That's hilarious.
Complete waste of data.
I love it.
But I know myself.
Yeah.
It's like if I really wanted to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I would have started.
You're right. Maybe I need to give that attitude to myself and just go, Ellie, you're not going to finish Hogwarts Legacy.
Play Helldivers.
Yeah, I actually.
Why not? What happened to Fortnite?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I actually really enjoyed that.
The OG Season 3 just launched.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to give it a go because I've never played it before. But maybe I'll do that. Because I do like Fortnite, yeah. And I actually really liked playing it with Sam as well, like multiplayer. So maybe I'll do that.
Fire up a stream.
Oh, it's a bloody great idea, actually. Yeah. Thank you.
You're not going to do any of it.
No, I'm not.
No.
I've got a new dog I want to play with. Hey, thanks for tuning in. We're going to have a DLC out on Monday. Guy will be reviewing Split Fiction. And, of course, we'll have a little listener contribution that we'll chat about. And other than that, have a bloody great week. And we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.